But it's not recording.
It's yeah. We can just edit stuff anyway if it's not.
Or you just put it in there.
It's not all gonna be gold. To be honest, we got to pad out at least 35 minutes with this
35
shit,
minutes.
so we might as well.
Well, I'm pretty sure we
So-
talked for a long time about back crotch. Like,
But back crotch.
what kind of productive decision is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, what I want is a shot of the tightest crotch
The tightest leathery Val Kilmer crotch
that you
that
can
you
possibly
can
get.
yeah.
We have introduction to the show, you know. You put that in there. Here's Batman's dick.
It's Batman. Right, now that's out the way.
Let's carry on.
Let's get into this cinematic masterpiece. So, we should probably explain
What this is.
what's happening. I'm Phil, and this is Dale.
I'm Dale.
That's Dale.
Should we have a jingle?
We can work something out. I'm not.
Phil video podcast,
I'm
no
not-
extra video. This is audio.
Alright, look, that works.
No.
There we go, it's done. It's
Alright.
done. Take that one off the
On to
list.
next
Yeah.
one.
Alright,
Just
so.
shove that at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then
Well, I don't know. I think we should just put that in somewhere.
well, just in the middle.
Just in the middle one time, or maybe at the end.
Well, after they've heard this bit.
Or never.
No. Okay.
Just sometimes you get a jingle, sometimes you don't.
Just, you get to hear the idea of the jingle first, and then
And
come to
then
the end of the podcast, and then there's the jingle.
So yeah, we decided that we are gonna start talking about some films that we love or don't love. It's probably more like it. And we elected that the first mediocre movie we were gonna look at is Batman Forever, the 1995 classic by Joel Schumacher, 122 minutes. Did you love it?
Did I love it?
Did you love it?
Did I love it?
I bet you loved it.
I don't know if I loved it. That might be a bit strong.
I mean, I don't even know where to start. One thing I will say is, back crotch and nipples aside, the costume was pretty good, I thought, as far as a Batman costume goes.
Yeah, the costume is fine. It's just a shame it's filled with Val Kilmer's stupid face. Like,
Wow.
well,
Okay.
I don't know. Every time I seen it, it just looks a bit stupid.
Mm. He's very young.
It's kind of like, duh. Hello, Batman. I've noted it down.
I've
But
written this down.
I'm gonna cut straight to it.
Straight
It's
to it.
like near the end where he's, they're going to stop the Riddler and Two-Face.
Together, yeah.
I assume we're not
Partners.
caring about like spoilers. People should at least know.
It's 999, man. Like,
Yeah, I think
it's been 20 years.
When he climbs with
I
the
think-
sky and Gordon like, oh my god, it's him, and then he just like he's driving the bike, but he just looks sideways and just thumbs up.
Thumbs up. I have also written that down. I've written that down.
And then I
somewhere.
was just like, I was just concerned. I was just so fucking stupid. It's not like he's gonna be able to see him either. Jim wears glasses.
I know,
He's gonna be able
I know,
to see the
and-
fucking sky.
I mean, he sees the jet. I think he obviously sees the jet. but
He
he's
feels
not-
he feels the thumbs up.
You feel maybe,
in his heart.
maybe. Yeah, no, I did write. Here we go. Thumbs up to Commissioner Gordon from the Bat Jet is the best part of this movie.
I
Did you write the worst part? of
I've
this
got
movie?
something. No, I've got something else. Oh, I guess it's the best line.
Best line, best. Yeah.
Even though it was ruined, but we'll come back.
Okay. Well, we'll start from the beginning. Love the orchestral theme, and the music generally. I thought was really, really strong. Like, they didn't. Because the thing is it a sequel to Batman Returns? Is it a reboot? Because, I mean, stylistically, it's completely different to Tim Burton's Batman stuff. But the thing about it is, it's got returning cast members: Commissioner Gordon, Alfred.
Yeah.
I know obviously they changed Batman, but I think that's because Michael Keaton didn't want to have a hand in anything to do with it. As soon as Tim Burton stepped down and Joel Schumacher was put in, I read somewhere that Michael Keaton just didn't really want to return.
Yeah, so you did more think
So-
of a spiritual successor.
Yeah, kind of. And I thought
You've got the people there.
the temptation is to just get the theme and the main theme and rehash it. and just go for the original. And you know, everyone knows. But they did something kind of different, and I kind of liked that. The suiting up was utterly ridiculous. It's not as bad as it is in Batman and Robin. Back crotch, exactly. You get a full shot of Batman's dick and ass, I think.
No, the ass shot comes later in the film.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I've got that.
So they separated dick and ass
yeah,
shots.
like...
Because in Batman and Robin,
Can't
you
overload them.
you get 10 good seconds of Batman and Robin dick and ass. They just throw it all straight in there.
There's nipples in there.
There's nipples, yeah.
Bold. Yeah. It's a big...
God. The Batmobile as well. When the Batmobile comes out of the thing.
The
spinning thing. And it's like a really cool reveal, but it looks like a dildo. Like, it's really... I thought it looks like a really nice glowing Japanese dildo that you'd find in all those...
like on a pedestal.
This is the latest. Yeah, the Bat dildo. And all the glowing lights and just everything. I mean, obviously, like, the cars and all of them, that is solely geared at the kids and geared at the merchandising angle, you know, because...
But it looks nice.
It is kind of nice, yeah. But it's glowy. It's glowy.
Wow. I think pretty much half the fucking film is
glowy.
Like, there's just fluorescent tubing over everything.
Yeah, like where no one has fluorescent tubing. Like, I don't have any fluorescent tubing lying around.
How can you be an incognito goon when you've got a fluorescent Tommy gun? Like, just the bit where they're like sneaking around the circus and they just got Tommy guns. They're just lit up like the sky.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, that's not suspicious.
Not at all. It didn't open well either because, like, Alfred says something like, "Might I suggest taking a sandwich, sir?" And he says, "I'll get drive-through," and everybody kind of goes, "Oh, really?"
Right, was going, "Ha ha!" Yeah. Which I'm pretty sure through most of the film he was thinking, "Oh, these puns! Oh, these fucking puns! Oh, I'm so funny!
I'm so glad."
Everyone's gonna love this."
Interesting fact: this script was redrafted. The final draft of this script was written by Oscar-winning writer Akiva Goldsmith, and I just find that I just like to think about that from time to time. And he returned, you know, for the sequel as well.
This man wrote amazing work. But
this wasn't it. No, this was a fucking cash cow. This was, I'm gonna get involved in this.
Batman does a thing. Says some funny lines.
Yeah, the one-liners. I mean, I don't mind one-liners, but they've got to be good, I guess. And in character.
Yeah, they got it.
He had no intention of getting drive-through when he said that to Alfred. That was purely in jest.
Like, if in the next scene he was holding a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Just in,
or just as the drive-through, you know? And
I guess.
I got drive-through. Comes home, I got drive-through.
All you needed was a little box of McDonald's on the seat.
Yeah.
When you've seen him.
Just a little allusion to...
Or when he zip lines in, just... holding a drink.
Holding a Big Mac, yeah.
Which is my next thing, because the first thing I noticed, he zip lines in, and this isn't a Spider-Man game where you're like ruined by mechanics that you've got to. His zip line just goes straight into the middle of the sky.
Yeah,
between two buildings.
But I mean, yeah, no, there's no excusing that. I tried to excuse that.
Just even that have an angle, just would have been fine.
Just make it look like it's attached to something.
Yeah.
But no, it is straight out into the sky.
Like, yeah, if this was Spider-Man on the PS2, where they can't have it attached to buildings, this is a film.
Because of the limitations. This is a film.
This is a film.
Yeah.
It was CGI'd anyway.
Yeah. I mean, there's something to get into in a little bit.
And then he just appears. He's like gliding down the sky, and then the next shot he's just in front of the Doctor woman.
Yeah,
like,
Nicole Kidman. I'm just going to call her Nicole Kidman. And isn't she saucy? Isn't she all saucy, like biting her lips and all sorts, you know?
She wants some bat.
She wants some bat. Immediately she's putting that out there.
Yeah.
She's not going to rest until she's got some bat. I mean, the opening scene at the time, for its day, was really impressive. Like, Tommy Lee Jones just chewing the scenery like a pro. I mean, what is this guy's motivation as well? Like, he's just angry. And the thing is, you don't even know what his motivation is at this point. He's got the security guard in the bank vault thing. And I think it's like a safety deposit box thing, isn't it? Because he's got loads of little things in it.
Yeah, there's supposed to be money in it.
Filled with acid, as you do. Yeah. And the fact that when it spins out and turns, all the acid comes out. Like, so they're obviously not shut. So he's filled with acid at the left at the moment. How is it retaining that acid?
Yeah.
Also, that security guard needs to shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
And let Batman do his job.
I've got worst actor ever.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. Like, it's just like, by this point, like, if I was going to be stuck in a bank vault that's got acid thrown out of it, Batman is probably the person I would most like to be trapped in that vault with. And I certainly wouldn't be yelling and screaming at him while he's using...
No!
And he asks him to borrow his hearing aid, and he's like, why do you want that?
Why do you want my hearing aid?
Don't ask questions! Just do what I say! Like, that, you know, if Batman asked me for my hearing aid, I'd think there's probably a good reason for this. I should give him my hearing aid. I'll just do that, because he's Batman. He knows what he's doing.
He's doing something with it.
You know.
He's not going to ask for it for no reason. He's not going to take it home and, like, put it in the back.
Doesn't, like, he sets up some kind of fucking, I don't know, I can't even remember, some kind of pulley system, and it basically, it's just, they've just rewound the shot when they pull it out, but it slides back in, and he's on top of it, isn't he, the security guard, and you think, yeah, you're dead. You'd be dead. I mean, he's not dead, because it's a kid's film, but there's no way he would have survived that. Like,
I was going to nitpick at that, but then I thought, you could probably justify that Batman is intelligent enough that he would know...
Calculate the trajectory of the... yeah, I suppose.
I'm happy to forgive that.
Happy to forgive that? Okay. I can strike a line.
But I'm not happy to forgive that guy. He just needs to go away. Like, even the first few lines he says, he's being annoying.
Yeah. Needs to shut up. The helicopter sequence as well was phenomenal. I love the fact that the Statue of Liberty has Gotham printed across his forehead as well, just in case we got confused. Wait a minute, I thought this was set in Gotham, not New York City. Oh wait, no, it's the Gotham.
The cheap rip-off, the one that could like... And why are billboards so explosive?
Yeah, billboards do explode. That is a thing. I mean...
Pretty sure they're just made of cars.
I think you've been going around looking at the wrong billboards myself. Maybe. This is a page into 9 pages of notes as well, man. One thing that really annoyed me as well about this film is I can understand recasting your leading man if he doesn't want to do it again. Why is, and I don't know if you remember the original Batman movies, and I don't even know if, I don't think he's in the second one, but Billy D. Williams, who played Lando Calrissian in Star Wars, was Harvey Dent definitely in the 1989 Batman movie. And maybe he was in Batman Returns, I can't remember, it's been fucking ages since I saw that movie, but why? I mean, I don't care about recasting that much, but it just bugged me. He'd have come back, he needed the money, what's he done since Star Wars? I haven't seen him. I don't even think they've invited him back for the new Star Wars, have they? It's just bullshit. Yeah. You know, like for the sake of for the sake of continuity, and I don't think we should spend too much going on about continuity because it's a new director, and maybe I'll tell you why. Billy D. Williams just isn't a big enough star for the role because the impression I got from this movie was it didn't really care about its villains very much. They grabbed Tommy Lee Jones, because he's a household name at this point. Yeah. They grabbed Jim Carrey, who was at the peak of his fucking stardom in 1995. He was just hot property. You get Jim Carrey and he's going to pull in audience. Pull in audience. But neither of the villains felt particularly fleshed out. I mean, especially Two-Face. I still don't understand what he wants.
Like, I thought... I mean, true with that, like, you can write it bad in that way as well, but I just don't think Tommy Lee gave a good performance either.
Do you want to know
Like,
something?
he
as
spends
well?
the whole movie just cackling. And
Yeah. He wants.
Why did you just kill you?
The thing I don't understand is, I mean, his motivation seems to just be, I want to kill Batman. Every time Batman shows up, he runs away. He
Yeah,
finds a
to
new
leave
and
him
inventive
alive.
way to run away.
I just can't imagine Tommy Lee Jones as Harvey Dent prior to the accident.
Oh,
before
wait,
the
though,
change
other
of
than that court scene you see on the TV where Batman just leaps out of the jury stand in full costume, and I'm thinking, what the hell is Batman doing there in a courtroom? He's not testifying as a witness or something, is he? He's not on the jury. Like, you know,
He's just
what,
watching
like,
from the rafters.
makes absolutely no sense at all. Like, it implies that Batman just is everywhere. Just even during like a minor court hearing where a guy throws acid over District Attorney Harvey Dent's face. Maybe he got a tip. You know, maybe.
But I
Excusing
just
bullshit
couldn't
again.
get any. I just didn't get any Harvey Dent from him. Like, from the character, even like, I mean, you're a lot more knowledgeable from Batman than I am, but.
Well, there was
I
no
just get-
Harvey
there was
Dent.
no
there.
Harvey Dent.
No.
Even-
he wasn't even. There was
even
no
Two-Face
duality to the
is-
character.
Yeah, even Two-Face is both
Yeah,
Harvey
yeah,
Dent
yeah.
and Two-Face.
Yeah, he's conflicted. That's the whole fun of it. There was a little bit
Second
of
Face
that.
have a name?
No, I don't think so. If it does, it's something that I've missed or forgotten.
Yeah.
I don't think it does. I think he's just Two-Face, you know.
Two-Face,
But
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, like
there were
that-
little flickers of it towards the end of the film, actually. But it was kind of too little, too late by that point. I think the writers kind of went, shit, we better hint that he was a normal man before, and this kind of idea of duality, because the whole theme of like Bruce Wayne and Batman's story through this film is duality, isn't it? And it seems odd that they'd have a villain with that duality. Like The Dark
never
Knight did it
explore it.
really well, you know, like the duality of Batman and the duality of Two-Face, and then the chaos of the Joker kind of gluing them together. It worked really well, and I think the villains as a whole in this were just a really missed opportunity, like by comparison to the heroes, which got a fairly good run, ish.
I don't know, like, I enjoyed Jim Carrey's performance as the Riddler.
Well,
Like, most part. I mean, there are some bits where maybe they put a bit too much of Jim Carrey's character in. Just like a little extra push. I
Yeah,
know
but
Jim
they were
Carrey's still
just-
be over the top.
do your thing.
Do your
Interesting bit of
thing.
trivia. Apparently I don't know if it was on the. I'm making this up now, but at some point during shooting, apparently Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey just didn't get on well at all during the whole shooting. And the ironic thing, having said like how cackly and weird Two-Face is that Tommy Lee Jones, taking it all serious and po-faced, kind of said to Jim Carrey, "I don't like you. I can't sanction your buffoonery," which is an amazing sentence. I can't sanction your buffoonery. That's a really nice way of saying it. In retrospect,
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever made up, but having seen, you know, Tommy Lee Jones' portrayal of Two-Face, like, would have been kind of
Yes.
nice if they had gotten on, because they were basically, in terms of buffoonery, I'd say they were
Basically the
pretty
same character,
even
yeah.
keel,
Yeah.
and the chemistry could have been better between the two of them. I mean, it wasn't awful. But it was they were very one-dimensional cartoon villains, weren't they? It was very reminiscent of the 60s Batman series.
Yeah, but I just thought there was such great flashes of like brilliant psychological depth to the Riddler's character. Like there was just moments that were amazing, but then they, like by themselves they were fine, but maybe after it just ruined it.
When they were just the two of them together and the kind of the tag team, the villain tag team.
Let's go back, like right at the end. Like we're talking before the final scene where the things drop and you know
The sadistic choice.
The
Save the circus performer with a track record for survival, or save the normal human being. Yeah.
To pick.
Okay.
And I thought the best line of the film is like when the Riddler is like, for if knowledge is power, then a god am all.
That was good, and the delivery of the line.
The delivery
was
is amazing.
Yeah.
But then like instantly it's thrown away for him to just do a bit more of a sketchy Jim character.
Just jumping around, lobster hands.
If they just ended it on that, like, that would have been amazing.
Well, and he's proven since then, and I think maybe it's the fault. Well, you don't know whose fault it is, but maybe it's a sign of what Jim Carrey was at that time. Because we know that he can do some really good stuff. He's got some work in a serious capacity, and he could be a really threatening villain if he wanted to be.
Yeah.
But I think they're just always pushing that. You know,
I think that
act like
that
Ace
kind of
Ventura
jest does help for villains, depending on the character as well. You can easily mix both of them.
Yeah.
Which I think was working here. Like there was flashes of brilliance. Just didn't quite get it right.
Yeah, the balance was slightly off. Love the architecture. That's just another point I'm going to make. And I like the architecture in contrast again to Tim Burton's films, because it still had that really gothic look, but then like Joel Schumacher's just kind of thrown these massive, almost like mythical, like statues of people holding globes, and you know, like really like kind of Greek kind of mythology, and it really
taking
works.
Out half the shot, isn't it?
Yeah, huge kind of statues and stuff, and I really liked that. I thought that was really good. I thought Gotham looked great when it wasn't CGI, because the CGI is appalling, but you can't judge a 1995 movie on its CGI. Yeah. It was the CGI boom where they were just like, let's use this for all of our shots, and you're just like, And we'll probably look back on Avatar in another 10 years and go, that looks shit.
What a crock
of shit that was!
Get these little plaids flying in my face. These could fuck off.
So, I don't think it's fair to necessarily pick on the CGI, but it was bad. Val Kilmer looks great as Bruce Wayne. That's one thing I did like.
Without the glasses.
Without the glasses, yeah. The glasses were a bit odd.
Yeah,
but again,
seemed a bit odd.
I think that was like, they look good on Michael Keaton, so let's just pop them on Val Kilmer. Like, I did feel with Val Kilmer that he kind of got a bit of a bum deal, because taking over from Michael Keaton, and I mean, it was a breakout role for him, you know, and he did it so well, and people were so surprised at how well he did it, because he wasn't, you know, a great choice for Batman at the time. He's short and not at all like Batman is Bruce Wayne is supposed to look like, but he played it well, and I think Val Kilmer just got pushed into trying to be Michael Keaton, and I think he was too young. I think he was definitely too young, because when he's got the bat suit on, he looks like a little boy in a Batman costume in a way. There's something kind of odd about it, and I can't say
it just looks a bit stupid.
It just looks weird, doesn't it? It just looks odd.
I don't know if it's his face.
I don't think he wasn't. Yeah, I mean, he just wasn't a very engaging Batman either. He did come across as intelligent.
You think like Affleck probably's got the chisel jewel to make the suit face work.
He's a
lot older now.
He's gonna I mean, he's gonna fill up that suit, isn't he?
There's so much rage, but I approve of Affleck Batman.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
I more anticipating it, probably because I know it's got. I'm anticipating it probably more than any other movie that's coming up, purely on the basis that I just don't know if it's going to work or not. I think, like, Age of Ultron.
I want to know.
Exactly.
I want to know, damn it.
Age of Ultron is a surefire winner. There's no way that Marvel are going to screw that movie up.
I don't think Marvel are going to screw up another movie
ever again. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we're the best now.
Yeah, I think they've gotten into their stride, and
we're making films about raccoons. Talking trees and raccoons, and you ain't got shit.
You can't even launch a franchise, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Get out of that town. Get out of here.
They really need to get off their fucking arse and do something. I mean, they've announced their slate now, haven't they? But one thing I did think in this movie, and this is probably this is pre-Riddler, this is Edward Nygma, is how the hell did he get this job? Like, in Wayne Enterprises or Wayne Corp or whatever it's called in this. He's just, like...
He's science. He knows science.
Yeah, but...
I mean, the boss doesn't really like him, obviously.
The boss doesn't like him. And I mean... there was some really weird exchange. There are two mainly really weird exchanges between Bruce Wayne and Edward Nygma in this one. The first one is in the office or in the building, wherever they are, where, you know, he explains to Bruce Wayne how his device works, and then says, you know, I need an answer now. Like, firstly, no scientist would, in their right mind, would pressure a CEO of a company like that for
especially
an
one
answer
who's just asked him for the schematic.
Exactly, who's shown an interest and said, well, let's set up a meeting, you know.
I want to see how it works.
Equally, like, odd, you know, almost as odd is the fact that Bruce Wayne goes from, we'll set up a meeting, to having a strong view on Nygma's technology and the potential side effects and, like, how it could affect the human brain and stuff. It's just lightning pacing for the purposes of pushing on the plot and like, Nygma's motivations. It's a baffling interaction. Like,
yeah.
It's like they're having two separate conversations, almost. It was really weird. Yeah.
It's almost like a kid's tantrum. Do you want to play with me? Oh, yeah, okay, let's see how it goes. Oh, I got this toy. I don't want that, sir! You're fucking out of your mind!
Fire!
Get out of here!
And then obviously he has to leave. And the boardroom entrance to the Batcave is amazing, where he slides down the chair. Oh my
the
god!
Bat Pod Transportation
Is
Unit. I've called it.
Wow, that's better than what I said. I just called it the boardroom entrance to the Batcave.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Bat
amazing.
I mean, I don't know if they read it like that.
How did he install that without anyone noticing? For starters, just
but
like
I would like to think it's called the Bat Pod.
I like it. It's immediately what I'm calling it.
Yeah.
If I ever refer to it again in conversation, which I might just do tomorrow at work, just use
chuck
it.
it out there.
Just gonna chuck it out there once a day. So yeah, I mean, there's the bat singer, and obviously it's Nicole Kidman, isn't it? That's
beckoning.
Come
into
hither.
the worst flirting scene I've ever seen.
I've got exactly that.
Worst
seduction scene is awful. There's a dramatic turn in it where Batman, like, turns away from her, and it's like something out of a musical. It's very theatrical, and I mean, I think the film does kind of go for that a little bit. But there are very theatrical elements,
really
but
corny.
It's really bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, wow. I mean,
and then she caresses his bat nipples.
She does caress his bat nipples, and that's awkward. And she says something about hard rubber as well. It's really awkward, even coming out of her mouth. And I mean, she's amazing in that film. The character's not amazing, but Jesus.
Then we moved on to, obviously, Nygma's transfer.
Yeah, and Fred. Poor Fred. Fred's fate. One thing I don't understand about that is he kicks him on the chair towards the window. Why doesn't he just fucking tip it over while it's moving down the thing? You know, you've got enough strength, even if you're tied up, to use your upper body to knock that chair over. I mean, unless
instead of just screaming.
Ah!
It's like
and also
Austin Powers. Get out the way!
Yeah. I mean,
again, that was a good scene of transfer to.
Oh yeah.
There were definitely like some darker bits during the scene as well.
Yeah.
And it's like delving into his broken psyche.
Yeah.
And then
in a kid-friendly way as well.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that. You know, it's because the whole point of this movie was to make Batman more accessible for kids. You know, Batman films, because the stuff they cram into like PG-13s now. I mean, the Joker's disappearing pencil. Like, I wouldn't want a 7-year-old seeing that. But there's nothing in Batman '89 that.
I guess moral standards.
Moral standards and standards of I mean, people's kind of reactions to violence is a lot different now. I think, but yeah. So
now we're more scared of pedophiles,
and so they should be. Yeah, I mean, and then, I mean, that's something I've already touched on, is moving on to the Two-Face explanation via TV news spot. What the fuck was Batman doing in court? And also, you know, they got Edward Nygma's origins, so I can understand why they don't want to do another villain origin in a film, but again, why not just not bother having Two-Face in this movie and just focus it on the Riddler? The Riddler's a really great villain, and I would have liked more time.
Like the transition into it, there wasn't much Two-Face was really doing.
No,
he was more of like he was the established villain for the Riddler to jump ship with.
Oh. Yeah,
Of
just
all
there
that
for
was really
purely
good.
arbitrary reasons.
Yeah.
No other reason at all.
I don't really like there was a lot of like angular shots.
Yeah.
I noticed. Yeah, I don't know if you caught on. Not of a lot of the movie is shot straight on.
No.
Especially transition
That's
periods.
Joel Schumacher though. He has got quite an interesting way of filming things. It's not always pleasing though.
Yeah,
Sometimes
somebody's
it's
coming at an
awkward.
angle.
But yeah, there's a lot of rotation, isn't there, in like the shots and
But
stuff.
when I did notice that, it does work.
It does work, yeah.
Especially because it's.
He's got a great body of
Added.
work, man, on the whole. I mean, he's done some great stuff. This is just not one of them. And I think maybe that's kind of, that's echoed for everybody that was involved in that project, is that it just... Really, this should have been the movie that started the alarm bells over at Warner Brothers and said maybe we should give this to somebody else for the next one. Because I think he was on a bit of a leash, because he had Tim Burton producing it, probably keeping Joel Schumacher at arm's length from the material, so as not to like completely fuck it up. So, I mean, I can see them getting the dailies back on this and thinking this is going to be a hit, and I think it was. I didn't do any research actually before into how much money it made. It cost $100 million to make, which in 1995 was a whole fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
I don't know how much money it made.
I'd imagined it made.
It probably did good business, I would have thought, definitely. But it should have set alarm bells
What I
ringing
do if I
thematically.
What I'll do, I look it up on the iPad now, and then you could edit it versus just going, it's 1,200 million.
Probably not going to do
really
any editing.
basic.
This is probably it. Just raw, just going up.
Just raw, would you like raw?
Bruce Wayne kicking the door in into Chase Meridian's office was amazing. I really enjoyed that.
The
And
whole
trying to
thing
put it
was-
back.
Yeah.
Like, he's a really intelligent guy. He tries to put the door back after breaking it. I just kind of thought...
Well, he still wanted a bit of privacy.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, no, he did. He has to go
come
in
in for a
and
meeting.
talk about his brooding self.
He doesn't talk about anything. I've got during that scene, Bruce. I'm not going to answer any of your questions you asked, Wade, because she just starts asking him questions, and he's just like, no, I'm going to talk about something else.
Yeah,
Just not going to answer any of your deep questions.
he was a very broody Bruce Wayne, wasn't he? He was very he's very wrapped up in himself, I think, which is fine, but.
Can be.
But I mean, I think he played it great. I genuinely think Val Kilmer's Bruce Wayne was really good. I think he played it really well.
I think he played Bruce Wayne a lot better than he played Batman.
Yeah, there wasn't enough. I think the problem was there wasn't enough of a differentiation between the two. I think that's where the main kind of problem with the film lies, is that, and it's the same with George Clooney's portrayal of him. I mean, Val Kilmer was obviously a much less known actor. George Clooney, when he puts the batsuit on, is just George Clooney in a batsuit. And likewise, Val Kilmer was playing a Bruce Wayne, but when he put the bat costume in, he was just Bruce Wayne in a bat costume. There was nothing to sort of elevate him into being something else.
I'm both Bruce Wayne and the Batman.
Well, yeah, he is. That's a valid point.
That's what the movie said.
I mean, where does it go now? He goes to the circus.
circus.
Yeah.
We're on to the circus.
Bruce standing up and shouting that he's Batman is utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
Straight away. Like, completely out of character. He wouldn't have done that. There's another way. There's always another way.
Especially when it's like, it's obviously, well, it's like too loud at that point for anyone
to hear.
That he's shouting, I'm Batman.
What difference would it have made? And Bruce Wayne, actual Bruce Wayne that we all know and love from the comics, would have sussed that out immediately. I'm going to announce I'm Batman, he's going to murder me, and then he's going to murder everybody else. Because he has no motivation, and he cannot be bargained with. He's just a fucking maniac. So that whole interaction was stupid. I mean, the Flying Grayson's death was really well done, I thought. It felt quite tragic.
I don't know, I didn't feel the impact.
You didn't?
No,
Really?
and I think it's because the silence of the fall, because you see them fall, but there's no audio.
No.
There's no like bang, crash, bump.
See, I thought that gave it more impact. That's interesting. I
Yeah.
thought the fact that it was just her face, wasn't it? Like the final moment of the fall, she kind of like gasps and covers her mouth, and then it pans out and you see them just lying there, and I thought that was really nice.
Yeah,
I quite liked that.
I didn't feel the impact on that. I just thought.
And I like that he was the last to know as well, because he's obviously throwing the bomb out, which was, in retrospect, quite a small explosion, I thought, when it went into the water. I thought that would have probably been alright if you'd have just chucked it into the middle of the circus ring. Everybody would have probably been alright.
Is this like circus just in a warehouse at the side?
Yeah, on the side of, I don't know. Just
shit.
Wherever you can have it. Gotham's dangerous, man.
Yeah. Need to be able to throw bombs
Need
in
to be able to throw bombs in water.
2 minutes notice.
Yeah.
2 minutes notice, and you need to get a bomb and chuck it.
Thank God those acrobats were there, is all I've got to say, because otherwise they'd have all been fucked.
No, everyone would have died.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it felt tragic. I thought it was enough of a motivation. I thought, what's his name? That kid that played him? Chris O'Donnell. I thought he made it quite emotional. His face about the whole thing. He didn't look happy about it. That was man tears. It's man tears where you don't cry, you just let a little bit of water out. Yeah. Kind of good. Immediate adoption, no strings attached, no paperwork, no nothing. Just this weird eccentric billionaire's going to adopt a kid. I don't know how old he's meant to be in this. I'm getting late teens, early 20s from him, but that's
he
probably.
He doesn't look like a 13-year-old.
He doesn't.
And he rides a motorcycle.
He rides a motorcycle, so he's old enough to ride a bike. He's at least 16.
Yeah.
So he's legal, said Bruce Wayne. Well, when he adopted it.
Not in America.
Not in America. I don't know. Is there a legal thing
for bumming?
No, I'm thinking more about Gotham, like, because it's different, isn't it? All over different states, the legal age of consent. We need to ask this.
What is the
legal age of consent in Gotham? We need to find out, in case we ever need to go there.
Are we still establishing in bumming, or
just generally?
I'm pretty sure there's a separation.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe I was making that.
I'm going to send an email to Joel Schumacher at some point and ask him, did you consider this when you...
Did you consider the legal
the legal age of consent for homosexuals in Gotham City?
Probably just
does he even live in Gotham City? Or does he live in like some sort of outer area as well? I suppose.
Well, they're a travelling circus, so surely they were just going through Gotham.
Yeah.
Because he's...
I mean Bruce Wayne. Does Bruce Wayne even live in Gotham? Because he's outskirts.
I was thinking that he's supposed to be on the outskirts, but then 6 kids turn up to trick or treat at his house. So
that's true.
Can't be that far out. I didn't see any adults because the adults might notice that the Riddler and the Two-Face are hanging about outside in masks.
Yes. Yeah.
Dicking about with their
like children
with their goons lit up Tommy guns.
The manipulation of him as well. Bruce Wayne's
the blatant reverse psychology.
Getting him to stick around.
Oh, I guess I'll
just have to chuck all my money at someone else. It was so funny, hilarious manipulation of a teenager.
Oh, Alfred, you made some tea. Oh, better feed it to the dogs.
I like.
Does he even have any dogs? I've never seen a dog.
I didn't see a dog.
I didn't see any dogs.
No dogs. Pretty sure.
Like even if they were guard dogs, you'd think you'd at least see a hounded about the ground.
Or just sat, or just Alfred feeding them or training them to fight.
It's just a little room. It's just a little room with a few dogs in bat costumes.
Yeah, bat dogs.
Bat dogs.
Well, the movie is about that subtle, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you could have bat dogs feasibly wandering around.
No one with bat
eyelid. Bat
you could sell.
Yeah, that's what you did there.
You could even have just merchandise. Small merchandise.
Yeah.
Comes with free bat dog. Removal kit.
The flashback was kind of nice. Serves to kind of give Bruce make Bruce feel a bit responsible for Dick's parents' death. It comes across quite self-absorbed though, because as soon as he comes out the flashback, Alfred's obviously like, Bruce, wake up! You're talking and you're sort of sitting down to sleep again, and he says, I killed them or something.
It's not Alfred, is it?
Yeah,
no, he is.
It's got to be Alfred. Yeah.
Oh no, I was thinking of the next flash bit.
Yeah, with Chase. Yeah. It's just so much Robin foreshadowing as well, like with the helmet as well, and Alfred's little pep talk about the Robin will spread its wings or some bullshit like that.
At that point, Alfred's like the worst butler in the world. Could you put this in the bin, Alfred? I'm just gonna put it in this closet. You're just gonna live here.
And what a cantankerous old fool as well. Like, against Bruce's wishes. I mean, he is basically his manservant, and he should do what he's fucking told. He's being paid well, I assume. And he's just constantly encouraging Dick Grayson to do something, and he's going, come on, do something, just fucking do something, you know. Get me off the hook.
Yeah.
It's been so long since we had company around here. Please stay. And that's kind of funny. Is this?
Yeah.
Is this now when? What happens next? What's the kind of theme now? I mean, because
I think there's another face like scene with Two-Face. Oh yes, the scene with Two-Face and the Riddler kind of team up.
oh yeah, I got nothing to say about that. Nothing really happened. One thing I will say.
Oh, the great entrance from the Riddler though.
Yeah.
When he comes in the back and the clink of the staff.
It's that
really
beautiful,
nice
beautiful bit of audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good entrance.
Apart from that, it's just more
It's
Two-Face
just more
cackling.
Yeah. And Sugar and Spice. I quite liked the interior design of that room. I like how they made everything
Half and half.
split. And maybe that was to save on doing some actual writing to explain that he has split personality.
Maybe.
Just, you know, he's got
You
one
didn't
woman
get it.
for each side of
Yeah.
him. You know,
all
and
these stuff I've made for you.
yeah,
Food and things.
food, and yeah, it's not a bad life Two-Face has got. No. And he's obviously wealthy
Yeah.
to have all of this stuff, which is interesting, because I don't know how much a DA makes. Probably a fair bit. I mean, he's not a DA anymore. He just must have been really careful with his money when he was before the acid in the faces.
Well, he is a criminal, so he does rob places.
But he doesn't seem to, though, does he? He seems to.
Like
He seems to feign a robbery to get Batman to turn up, and then he just cackles, shoots the sky, and runs off, and goes, "Next time, Batman!" Like waves his fist around.
And they get jewels at
Oh,
some
they do
point.
get the jewels. Yeah, they do. They do. A big ass diamond.
Most of it seems like the Two-Face isn't very good at
Anything.
getting punched and beaten up. He just
No.
seems to escape all the time.
Yeah, he's just an escape artist, isn't he?
The ninja washing scene.
The ninja washing scene, drying clothes with acrobatics, basically.
What really would have made it, like what that scene needed so much, was just spread it out a bit longer,
Yeah.
maybe another extra 20 seconds, and just put some 80s montage music on it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it would have worked so well.
It was pretty bad. I mean, I like that's then as well, like Alfred's kind of moment of realization. Like, this kid's good. Like, he should be Batman.
The best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep him down.
There you go. And I mean, what is this old man doing? Like, again, if I was Bruce Wayne, I'd have been having words with him. Stop encouraging that kid. This is getting ridiculous now. I'm Batman, and I do this alone.
Yeah.
You know. And then, you know, I mean, I've got nothing against Robin in this film, in fairness. And I've got nothing against Robin on the whole, contrary to a lot of Bat fans just completely fucking anti-Robin. I'm not anti-Robin
I think
as long
he's more
as it's done
one of those
correctly.
characters that's fun to just take the piss off.
Yeah, and I think, obviously in comics, the reason they brought Robin in was to bring more kids in to read it, and that's the same theory that they've done with this film. But a Robin done well is a really like central part to Batman's kind of evolution as a character. There's only so long he can be a loner, and he's getting older in a lot of, you know, comics. He's no spring chicken anymore, and it's someone to pass his legacy on to, and it's someone who softens this kind of hard edge as well, like especially, you know, with Jason Todd and having Jason Todd die, and then he vows never again, and then there's Tim Drake, and he allows Tim Drake to do it, and it's a massive thing of it's a big thing. It shows his vulnerability, you know, in a way that's kind of probably the only way you can get Batman to show a bit of vulnerability, to be honest. Having somebody that depends on him. It's like it's always been a father-son dynamic, hasn't it, with Robin, with Batman and Robin. And I think it's kind of nice, and I think it kind of works, especially when they go, as you know, in recent comics. I don't know if you've read any of the Damian Wayne stuff. Talia al Ghul basically just kind of shows up in Gotham and says, "This is your son. I'm leaving him with you for a little bit," and then just fucks off again. And, you know, initially Bruce Wayne's just kind of like, You're staying in the manor. And it's really funny as well because Damian Wayne is like he's Ra's al Ghul's heir, so he acts like nobility, and he treats Alfred like a manservant. He just calls him Pennyworth. Pennyworth, touch my things, and it is like that, and it's kind of funny. And all of a sudden, you've got a Robin who's almost more violent and
more Batman,
revenge-driven than Batman, and Batman has to fucking, Bruce Wayne has to be like, no, you're my son, you'll do what I say, and that's really interesting. It's a really good comic. Check it out. Check out the Son of Batman stuff.
I've read the Batman and Robin one.
Oh yeah,
it's like
that's Dick, isn't it? Dick Grayson's Batman, and that's a great shit as well because you've got wisecracking Batman, super serious Robin. Yeah. And he's great. He's the star of the show, really, in those books, the Grant Morrison Batman and Robin run. Like Robin is probably the best thing about those books.
Yeah, I have to check more of them out.
Do it. Son of Batman, definitely get Son of Batman. That's the one. That's
shameless plug.
That's the shit. There you go. To somebody else, we'll get some money for that. We'll demand some money for that.
Get sponsorship deals,
lucrative sponsorship deals, like some kind of NBA player. I don't know how sponsorship works.
I think you just email them and
say, give me things,
give me money, and we'll
talk about your things. Yeah, that's reasonable.
Right. So yeah, back on track.
Yeah,
the Enigma box looks like a prop from a high school play.
It does. It's bad. Are you? Where are you now? Are you at where Edward Nigma's gone from being no one who could get financing to somebody who's wearing
how it goes.
Who's wearing suits and all of a sudden
goes to the box bit.
Well, and it instantly goes to. It's more just that than that. It's in a scene before he can't get this invention off the ground to. All of a sudden, he's better than Bruce Wayne, and he's got loads of money and women, and everybody loves him. And then Bruce Wayne shows up, and
I guess it's because obviously he had the first trial and poor old window man.
Fred.
This is Fred.
His name's actually Fred. Yeah.
Fred. Poor Fred.
Checked it out after the credits.
Poor old Fred was the first one
to succumb,
and it worked. That's the kind of thing. It worked, and then.
I suppose, there's no competitive.
No, he just branded it, and then jobs are good.
Yeah, I mean, I did kind of say he's managed to get his weird mind rape TV into production, and that this movie feels like every scene is almost like weeks apart, and like it's a race to the finish line.
Yeah.
And I mean that's fine. Again, it goes with what I said earlier. It's lightning paced. Like the film doesn't, in its defence, even though 90% of it is dreadful, it does not drag. It does not drag its heels at one point. It's constantly moving on.
It's quite
it's very quickly paced, and again that's the kid angle, isn't it? You got to keep the little bastard sat down for 2 hours, so make something new and colourful.
A few minutes of dramatic pauses.
The other thing,
my next note is just repressed memories.
Repressed memories. Where's this? Just the next note. Going back to that whole scene, just something I really wanted to make a point of is when he's at the ball or the party. It's the Gotham Ritz Hotel, isn't it, or something?
Where he's
showing off the new box and showing off the new invention. And Bruce Wayne immediately, because he's intelligent, susses it out and kind of goes. I can't remember exactly what he says. I'm going to paraphrase it at the risk of sounding like a total idiot, but he says something along the lines of, "Well, if you could put images into somebody's mind, what's to stop you from taking them out again?" And then he finds the power source for it and takes it out. It's like a little green gooey battery thing, and then goes, "I'm gonna go sit in it," as if
someone couldn't just put
something bad's gonna happen. He's already sussed it out. That's what pissed me off. If I can forgive Bruce Wayne for having a lapse in judgment, I cannot forgive Bruce Wayne for just doing something that's stupid. Like, a lapse in judgment, fine, but he's sussed it out. He's taken out the power source. That doesn't necessarily mean that nothing bad's going to happen. And that he hands the Riddler his secret identity on a plate.
Yeah.
And it's just like, for fuck's sake.
It lights up green. fuck's sake.
Yeah, and again, that's just lazy writing's way of pushing the fucking plot along. Like, the Riddler's a good character and could figure out his identity in a number of ways. Having Bruce Wayne basically hand it to him in a really quick, easy kind of scene.
Could have just had the Enigma box go on everyone in that entire ballroom. Like, this is the demonstration.
Yeah.
There you go. Everyone's zapped.
And what a fucking coincidence! What a coincidence! The Batman just happened to be one of the many rich billionaires at that party.
Yeah.
That worked out well. I mean, I suppose again, you can't.
I mean, I guess they also just fishing for possible information. They didn't know at that point that Bruce Wayne was Batman.
No.
But they established that someone rich and high up probably has some idea.
Yeah, maybe. No, that's a good
Or
point.
could be it.
That's
Because,
a
I
fair
mean,
point.
Two-Face even says that in the circus when he goes in. He's just like, one of you's bound to know Batman.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or
high
one of you
society.
might even be Batman.
Yeah, I think he says something on, even word for word. Why does Dick shout now when he starts acrobating for the door of the cave? There's nobody around. Did you notice that? You know, when Alfred kind of, who's just obviously encouraging him, goes, Master Dick, I'm going in the silverware cupboard, don't you dare come in! And then, like, walks in.
Okay!
And then Dick goes, now! And then does the acrobatics. That just fucked me off for no apparent reason. And then I love how he's like, I mean, he's brilliant. He's like really lithe and on the poles, and then they're down the curtain thing, and then they're off the banister, and then
Tumbles down.
falls over and tumbles down the stairs.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Knocks all of the good silverware
And
over.
to be fair, how long those stairs was, Alfred is an old man, he probably wouldn't have even got down
He
there
would-
with the time.
I thought that
He
as
probably
well.
would have just
I
tumbled
thought-
down and taken him out.
Before I kind of thought, oh, well, Alfred obviously did it on purpose because he wanted him to find the cave, I thought Alfred would have heard him yell now and then turned his head around the door and gone, what are you doing? Like, but then obviously Alfred did it on purpose.
He's just like leaning over the banister like,
Nothing, just stretching on the banister. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous. And then I even wrote at this point, Jesus, this movie has an hour left.
I think there was a point during the midway through where I was checking it. I was like, how much of this do I need to sit through anymore?
It did.
I mean,
it
I'm
did
still
feel a
quite
bit like that.
I was still quite happy watching it, but I was still like, okay, it's starting to drain a bit.
It
Yeah.
got that way, didn't it?
It did. And then Dick Grayson still the Batmobile.
Yeah.
That car!
I liked that. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
No, the
Other
other
car.
car. And he's like, with the Jag. Like,
Not the Jag!
Not the Jag!
He isn't the Jag, is he?
The other car! And Chase Meridian's in the background going, why have you got your butler on a watch? And that's the first thing I would be like, hi Alfred! Like,
I've never seen one of those before.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that Apple hasn't invented that yet. I mean, and as well, the whole build-up to the other car thing is he's trying to tell her, he doesn't get quite there, but he's trying to tell her he's Batman. You've been on one date with this woman. Why is he so up for revealing his identity to the world at this point? I mean, I think maybe they're trying to get him across as an older Batman,
There's so
but
many points where he's just like,
I'm
I'm
Batman. He
Batman!
loves it. doesn't he?
Someone love me!
Yeah, but I mean, I think what was kind of nice, and Nicole Kidman recently actually went on record saying that she wished the character had been a bit more than just, a damsel in distress and a romantic interest. But what, in a way, I kind of liked her character because she is a character that exists solely to psychologically analyse Batman and psychologically justify Batman, whether she says it or not. That's what she's there for, and I thought that was quite a nice idea. Was she wasn't just like a love interest. She was there to sort of
Figure him out.
and be in between Batman and Bruce Wayne's mind and try and and she's trying to pick which one she wants, and I kind of liked that. There was very subtle undertones. Again, it could have been so much better deployed, but it was still a nice concept.
Like, yeah, flashes of brilliance.
Flashes of brilliance. Yeah, and then I put, no sir, the other car. Dick steals the Batmobile because he's a dick.
Yeah.
Bruce should literally have killed him for that. Like, literally.
And
should have killed him.
Batman, I forgot basically.
And during the neon fight, I've called it, which
Yeah.
Batman's entrance is fucking amazing. Like, where he wires down off the top of that building and you see the outline. Like, that was amazing. Like, so, in fact, I did put somewhere later, like, pretty much all of Batman's entrances in this movie are amazing. He just smashes through glass and just appears. Like he makes an entrance, and I think even Riddler at one point goes, "Your entrance was good, his was better," and it's kind of like, yeah, all right. In fact, I think the next Batman film, Zack Snyder should just get Joel Schumacher in to direct the entrance sequences because they are phenomenal. I think
knowing when to come in,
there's something
what to come in
really
through.
Great about the angle of that shot during the neon fight where he wires down, because you can see him in the whole shot and the camera is fixed, it doesn't move, so you see him right at the back in the sort of like back left corner of the shot, and then he he wires down and then everybody notices him and then he lands, and it's just awesome. It's just so well shot.
The thing I noticed about that scene was just the man who can whistle 50 goons into a... It's just like having a fight, and then it's just like one whistle later. I'm not going to whistle because I can't whistle.
No, but I take your point.
And then people just flow down.
Yeah.
From everywhere.
From Azerbaijan.
Like people were just sitting in their windows and it's like, oh my god, Johnny B's, he's whistling! Quick guy, everybody! Grab your crowbars! Come on, let's go!
Get your neon
paints on your face! Like a guy at the door with a bucket of neon paint, just slapping it on their faces as they pass.
Yeah, it's very convenient again. And the movie is full of crimes of convenience, I think.
Yeah. Well, most movies are, but I think you notice them a bit more in this.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, I mean, it's
very
fast.
It's fast and it's very, very theatrical and very, like, it's almost like a musical, I thought. Gets back to the cave, having stolen the car, and instead of being a good man and apologising, he just whinges at Batman and makes demands. And I just think that if I was Bruce Wayne, I would have given him the back of my fucking hand and sent him packing at this point. Tough. You've stolen my car. You've stolen the Batmobile. You've made a fool out of me.
You fucked up, kid.
10 lashings and out the fucking door, and you're not having that, Harley.
Like keeping your suit.
Keeping your suit, yeah. Keeping your parents' ashes. Yeah.
Did we... I think that bit might have been actually after.
Yeah, I just realised that from my notes about the Ritz Gotham scene. Yeah. What I liked about that scene was that I liked how Nigma's almost fashioned himself in Bruce's image. Like, everything, the haircut, the suit, even to the point that he's got the same glasses, and I noticed that every time Bruce Wayne takes off his glasses, Edward Nigma takes off his glasses and then puts them back on,
right.
and then Edward Nigma puts them back on, and that's fucking good.
Yeah,
you see, he's obviously mimicking him and idolizes him, because he broke his heart.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that
now he's trying to show himself.
Now he's trying to show, yeah.
I don't need you. Got my own stuff.
I'm a better Bruce Wayne than you could ever be. It's kind of what he's doing, and I'm glad I noticed that.
Again, last amazing bits from the Riddler coming out, but
there's a lot of good stuff from
things.
A lot of good stuff from the Riddler's writing and from Jim Carrey as well. Putting a spin on it.
Well, I love Jim Carrey in like most things.
Yeah.
The Mask is kind of one of those prime growing up films, isn't it? But the love for him just shone through, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, but some of the bits were a bit OTT, but I can forgive that because I mean it is Jim Carrey.
They wouldn't have been out of place in a Jim Carrey film. That's the point. Is they were only out of place, and again, it's probably not Jim Carrey's fault because he was probably their dancing monkey. Do your Jim Carrey thing. Give us 2 minutes of footage that we can cram into this already overblown mess of a movie. It's fine. It's not his fault. I just put another fantastic Batman entrance. That's where he
and then starts to fight with some goons, and instead of fleeing for their lives, all the people crowd round and start like a school fight pit.
Yeah.
Where they go, yeah!
Yep.
Let's forget about all the guys with guns. Get him. And then more. Why is everything covered in fluorescent tubes? Because this is
This
Gotham.
is the thing, isn't it?
This is future Gotham.
Future Gotham, where it's dark but also really, really colourful.
Really colourful tubes.
It's-
Paper
it's-
mache Statue of Liberty.
Yep.
Like, you got it all.
You got it all. You got everything here. Two-Face again wants to kill Batman, runs away again. Admittedly, they go into the whatever that is, that room, and I mean that's amazing as well. Is when Batman fucking comes out of the flames, and he's just standing in the flames in the what is it like a grain? Is it
for chasing him?
Yeah, he chases him down, and then before he gets covered in the sand or grain
Gravel.
or gravel, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah.
Well, I thought that took away because that's Robin's first major act in the entire film.
Yeah.
Is saving Batman from gravel.
I guess that's
I mean, buried alive. A bit more.
a film with this kind of lightning pace. That's the quickest way to immediately establish Dick Grayson as somebody who's worthy of Batman's attention.
Yeah.
It's a very quick way of doing it.
Just saving.
But just when
Yeah.
Batman comes out the fire and Two-Face and his goons are there, like, and Val Kilmer's face, the fucking severity of that face, he looks so angry. His eyes are like bloodshot angry, like, and I thought that was amazing. I loved that. I thought that was probably the most Batman-looking bit of Batman that Val Kilmer did in that film. Maybe the only bit of Batman looking like Batman. Just making this really confusing. But yeah, really good. And you know, thank God Alfred's been grooming Dick Grayson all this time, because, you know, this is the first time, apparently, in this continuity of movie that Bruce Wayne or Batman has ever been in life-threatening danger before.
Yeah. So if he had sent him packing and whipping, it would.
Like I said, yeah.
The next scene would have just been Riddler and Two-Face having to.
Yes, Baylor, we did it!
We did it, guys! Yeah.
It wasn't even that difficult!
Why did I think about burying him in gravel before?
Yeah.
I mean, I tried acid. You'd think acid would be more useful than gravel, but apparently not.
And then he goes back, doesn't he? He goes back to the cave after that, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's when we get
Where
back.
did that footage of Nicole Kidman come from? Because he sat at the back computer and he's just looking at footage of Nicole Kidman. Like, has he set cameras up in her house or what? You not remember that? I remember watching it thinking that is weird. Like, he's stalking her. He's bat stalking her. Fucking odd. And then there's creepy tongue kissing with Batman. Batman kissing a woman just looks wrong. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who is Batman and who the woman is. Batman kissing a woman looks wrong. Batman should not be kissing anyone. Ever. Bruce Wayne...
Especially not Robin.
Bruce Wayne can do whatever the fuck he likes. He goes back to his mansion in Rises and porks old Marion Cotillard or whatever her name is by the fire, doesn't he? But he's Bruce Wayne. He's not Batman.
Yeah.
Batman, I mean, he does, to be fair, he does... I don't know, I'm not even going to go into this, but... Yeah.
Why was she sleeping if she invited him around at 12 o'clock?
Yeah, I know, that's ridiculous, isn't it? I don't think... Was she sleeping, though, or was she like, I'll put on my
Like,
silk panties
yeah.
and wait for you?
Mm.
Oh, it was a bit like that. But I mean, I've just said here, Batman just doesn't work as a love interest. And it seems like she changed her mind at exactly the same time Alfred told Bruce to let her decide as well. And then the smile when he turns away, when she says, I found someone else. And he's like, it's okay, I'm already over it. Turns away to the camera and then just does this really horrible smile. And it's up there with Arnold Schwarzenegger learning how to smile in Terminator. That was really
Like
creepy.
his
But
picture in that.
it's
Internally, he's just going, yes!
Yes!
Yes! Gotta get me some of that!
it's just horrible.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
And then they invade.
Yeah.
There we've come to the Halloween.
We've come to Halloween, yeah.
The only thing I really have to say is another point where they have Batman quite easily being murdered, and then they just leave.
Just leave him there, yeah.
Leave him there.
At this point, they've decided that they
Because
don't want to
then he won't learn anything.
Yeah. Why?
Why? Why is villain so
Why,
bad?
when your sole motivation is to kill Batman, would you leave him alive and
Well,
take him
like-
hostage? Unless Unless, I suppose, you could just argue that they're just having fun at this point and want to drag it out as long as possible.
Yeah, I guess they're in like a high complex where they're just they think they're untouchable because they've got.
They buried him in gravel. Somehow he survived, but they sure did show him a lesson.
They did. So why do they need to teach him another lesson?
Well, that's I suppose that's it, isn't it? They're just going to continually teach him
lessons.
And that's kind of the sadistic choice at the end, because they expected one of them to die, and thus teaching him a lesson. Another lesson. They're just going to continually spend their lives teaching him lessons until Batman just decides to pummel the pair of them to death.
It's pretty much what happens.
Well, yeah.
Well, Riddler doesn't get pummeled to death.
Doesn't get pummeled, no. Yeah. I mean, he certainly doesn't save Two-Face, but we'll get on to that. How did these trick-or-treaters get into Wayne Manor? That's one of my notes.
Well, we
don't
know where the Wayne Manor is. We don't know where the
Wayne Manor is now. Yeah, we've established that. I like the whole. I would use my fear to strike terror, but he's explaining it really slowly to Nicole Kidman that he's Batman. He says, "I'd use my fear to strike terror into the hearts of men." And she says, "Bruce, why do you try to tell me? How hasn't she figured this out yet?" And then figures it out,
telling a story about
Bat. And then when he kisses her, that's when the penny drops.
Yeah.
That's when the light bulb goes off. You're Batman, like, oh,
they just can't make full.
It's just, and again, it's just really like poor representation of women in superhero movies. That they're just kind of, even when they're sort of like super smart psychologists, they're
a
really
bit
fucking
idiots.
dumb as well. And emotionally underdeveloped. Alfred should be fired for letting Two-Face and the Riddler into the manor. Like, even when they knock on the door and say trick or treat, you're like, that's definitely two grown That's definitely two grown men. Yeah. There is no way that they're children.
No. Those masks are really big.
He really is the worst butler in the world in this movie.
Yeah, I don't think it's not a very good portrayal of Alfred.
I like Michael Gough, and I liked his the way he played Alfred, but again, written badly.
Yeah,
and he was great in the first
They just
two
come in
movies,
and knock him out.
Yeah, that's it. He's just an old guy to knock out.
Yeah,
and I mean
that's not really Alfred, is it?
No.
Like going back, especially you haven't got into it yet.
What's that?
Into Gotham.
No. Well, yeah, he's ex-Marine, isn't he, or
yeah,
something in that, ex-Navy or something like that.
He's starting to teach Bruce now.
Oh, okay.
Bruce is asked him to fight, so they're kind of
just sparring and stuff. Yeah. I like the idea of the hard as nails Alfred Pennyworth, because that's kind of a.
He's
young, isn't he? He's a younger Alfred. He's not younger.
10 episodes in there. I think I just watched 9.
Okay.
But it's great.
Yeah.
It's I love it. It's gone away. I just want to watch the next week.
Yeah, I need to do it. I need to get on it. I should be getting on it. But yeah, I mean Alfred kind of got a bum deal in this movie. Really enjoyed the Riddler blowing up the cave. I thought that was great. That's where Jim Carrey can thrive in an environment like that. Like
with a few sound effects.
Yeah.
It was like the batter.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was great, and that fit in perfectly, and that was absolutely fine. I really enjoyed that whole scene. He looked like he was having a lot of fun with it, and I think that comes through. And I think that's why Jim Carrey's performance in this movie is probably one of the better things about it, is because even when it's bad, he's still having a lot of fun with it.
I think, to be fair, Jim Carrey's performance was probably the saving grace of the entire film. I think without Jim Carrey playing the Riddler, obviously you'd have a completely different film.
But, well, yeah, but I see what you're saying.
Like
in this film,
it would be
a different Riddler.
The whole film is only really tolerable because of it.
Yeah,
obviously they there's flashes of brilliance and stuff. Especially from all the stuff and Val Kilmer as well. But I think without Jim Carrey playing the Riddler, I just wouldn't have been able to
give it a shit.
I would have just died a horrible death watching it.
Interesting you say that, and when we kind of come on and wrap up and give our sort of conclusion, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Batman Forever that could have been, because I did a little bit of reading, but we'll go through that.
We're on the phone.
We're getting there. Taking hostage of Nicole Kidman, and the whole figuring out of the riddles thing was absolutely ridiculous. Like, it was just so...
Most of the riddles were shit.
The riddles were shit, but it's fine, like, and trying to link them all together, and the numbers, well, what if 1 and 8 is actually 18, and the 18th letter of the alphabet is this, and pi! Like, it was just kind of, like, so suddenly figured out, wasn't it? Like, it was that whole thing of movie clues being really easily traceable and kind of, like, put together into this kind of
This
thing.
is what they mean, so we can do a thing.
Yeah, and it's nice to have, like, something clever like that, but this wasn't clever, they just figured it out really quickly. It was stupid, and they figured it out really quickly. And it was just... Some of the leaps in logic were kind of like, well, why would 1 and 8 be 18? What if it's 1 plus 8? What if it's 1 time... Yeah, why are you just assuming this? It's completely baseless. Mr. E. Mystery. Another word for a mystery is an enigma. Yeah, there's also like a fucking 1,000 other words for, like, mystery. I suppose it's related, isn't it?
I guess in the start of the riddles was surely Enigma presenting them to Bruce Wayne rather than him presenting it to Batman. So it would have had over, like, it would have spelled out Enigma eventually.
Yeah.
So it would even...
Does that change the...
It's crap.
It's just shit, isn't it? It was really shit. Really annoying. I mean, I know he's intelligent, but come on.
Come on, yeah. Maybe to buy into all this bullshit.
And we got Robin's costume. Awesome.
Right, yeah.
Love Robin's costume. Thought it was great. Thought it looked great. Thought it looked great. Thought they looked great together. Other than the fact that he's got the cave under the cave costume, and that's just a ridiculous way of selling toys to children.
Yeah.
So that the parents have to buy 2 Batman figures. The just the whole change of heart. So he sees him in the costume, and then they shake hands, and he says, "Come on," and he says, "Oh no," and he says, "Together as friends," and Robin goes, "Partners," and he goes, "Partners," and then it's like, I just wanted them to hug. I just wanted them to have a hug before they went out. You know, and it was just brilliant as well. Like Robin's entrance was, he just goes, like, it's like Batman's showing Alfred the tech. He goes, "Shall I go by sea or by air?" And then Robin goes, "How about both?" And just kind of walks in.
I haven't seen this film since I was like 10, 9.
Yeah.
And during that scene, I even went, "How about both?" before he even walked in.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah. Thumbs up again.
Yeah.
The thumbs up to Commissioner Gordon was incredible. And that's probably like the second time Commissioner Gordon's been used in this movie. Tragically underused, because he was not an important part of the first 2
I didn't
films.
even realise he was Jim Gordon until later on into the film.
You wouldn't, unless you remember Batman 89 and Batman Returns, though, because he's so underused. And then it brings me back to that whole point of, was this a sequel? What the fuck was this film? Because it's tonally completely different. I mean, when I was younger, I think I took the view that, oh, okay, so, because especially after Batman and Robin, so Batman's kind of like, in movies, he's kind of like a James Bond. Like, the actors are interchangeable, and the themes and the tone, because obviously Sean Connery was quite dark Bond, most of it. Roger Moore was very light-hearted. Timothy Dalton was, like, super dark with no humour at all. Yeah. Pierce Brosnan leaning back towards the lighter side. They were tonally all very different. I mean, some of them even, like, in of themselves.
Supposed to be the same characters.
But these are supposed to be the same characters because they've got returning cast members. And not returning cast members in terms of the main fucking villain. Again, just, what a mess. Holy rusted metal, Batman. Holy... Well, rusted metal!
I could have forgiven it if it wasn't so bad he had to explain the joke afterwards.
It's just the way after Batman just kind of goes, "Oh." Completely brushes it off.
It's like, alright, you're referencing Adam West, I enjoyed that, but...
That's fine, but yeah, this is really fucking stupid again.
You know, because there's holes in
the whole underwater fight sequence was great, though. I thought very
Back torpedo!
Very reminiscent of the 60s show, which is obviously sort of what Joel Schumacher was kind of going for, was a modern take on that 60s show.
Yeah.
You know. But, holy rusted metal, Batman.
Go back torpedo.
Also, what was Batman hoping to achieve by firing... Did you notice it? Like, that piece of rising earth and rock, and Dick Grayson's on it, and Batman just kind of gets I didn't think it was a grappling line because I didn't see a line. It looks like he just fires a wrist-mounted batarang at it and it just bounces off, and then he looks surprised, like, oh, that didn't work. Maybe I should try something else. And then kind of, I was like, what
Climbs
was
him through the middle.
What was he actually hoping to achieve?
Spiky death trap.
Oh. Also, why didn't Robin just immediately knock Two-Face the fuck out when he dragged him up? He's got a track record for being clinically insane and a double-crossing bastard.
He's obviously not just going to go,
He killed your parents.
Okay, yeah, I'll go to jail now.
Yep.
I mean, you saved my life. It only seems fair. Alright.
Eye for an
Oh,
eye.
no, don't follow me. I'll just go by myself. Bye.
And what's he doing? He, like, just crouches down and waits for Two-Face to get the gun out. Like, he's got a good, like, 3 or 4 seconds, I reckon, to react. And he's a circus performer. He's supposed to have quick reactions.
Yeah.
Like, even if he hadn't just knocked him out as he was pulling him out, he should have just hit the gun out. He's like, keep your fucking eyes open, mate. Like, don't just, like, face the other way. Like,
Alright, he's only been a superhero a few days.
He's already a fucking liability, mate. That's what I'm saying. He's already a fucking liability.
Again, we're just picking over lightning fast.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And
we need to get Robin kidnapped so Batman could have a final
a sadistic
decision.
choice, yeah. And then G, I wonder who to save, the damsel in distress or the acrobatic circus performer who has a proven track record in surviving. Like, I'm not being funny, but Batman is a weird character to pose that kind of choice to. Spider-Man has a very definitive sense of responsibility, and throwing a girl off a bridge and what was it in the first Spider-Man? Was it kids in a cable car? What was it?
Are we talking the very
The very first, with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man film, where he actually gives him and spells it out as a sadistic choice. He's got, on one side he's got, I swear it's kids in some kind of receptacle, some kind of child receptacle, and Mary Jane, and he throws them both off the bridge. And for Spider-Man that's horrific, but Batman's not really like that. Batman, I kind of get the feeling Batman would make that calculation. Robin is more likely to survive than Nicole Kidman. I know I'm calling her Nicole Kidman. I know she doesn't.
That isn't correct.
That's actually who she is in the movie. But he would save Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
Because she is the one that is statistically more likely to die. And that's how Batman kind of operates. It seems like a weird thing to pose to a character like Batman. And just more proof that Joel Schumacher just didn't understand the character very well.
No.
Other than the 60s TV show. There's not a lot to understand about the 60s TV show.
Yeah, if you're referencing, I mean, it's still good.
It's great. It's great fun.
Probably better than the movie.
Probably is better than the movie. Probably is. Adam West is certainly a better Batman than fucking Val Kilmer. Dear.
Yeah.
And how does Batman destroying the machine overload the Riddler's brain? I didn't really understand that.
I think, well, that is supposed to, but it's not really mentioned, but I think that, let's call it upside down Enigma machine, is supposed to be like a filter. So all the thoughts are coming in and then it's,
okay.
So it's stopping it
powering through.
So he's only getting.
So when he breaks it,
he
okay,
gets,
fair enough.
All the visions coming in, and it kind of overloads.
That's a good observation. I didn't make that observation.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going through from there. I mean, it's never stated or anything, but it's kind of. It's a good judgment.
Yeah.
Someone
It's
could correct me
logical.
if
It's
I'm wrong.
completely logical,
Yeah.
and makes me immediately forgive the anger that I previously had towards that whole charade. All those coins as well. What is he doing? Where does he keep those?
Why was he not jangling about when he was moving?
Yeah.
He's doing bat stuff.
I mean, did he premeditate this situation as well? At some point.
Yeah, well, they had the kind of conversation about that his weakness was the coin.
Oh yeah, they did. So I'm just gonna, from now on, carry around a whole fuck ton of
coins,
money.
just in case.
Just in case. Yeah. Which is in character. Can't say it's out of character.
Does have a lot of stuff.
Does have a lot of stuff in that belt.
Although, thinking back on this film, he doesn't use
all gadgets very much. Like when you
there's
consider
a few batarangs.
Yeah, there's a few batarangs, there's a few grapples, but nothing major. Nothing that really sort of screams utility belt.
Explosive gel.
Explosive gel, yeah. None of that.
None of that.
like that. And then doesn't really even attempt to save Two-Face. So all those lessons to Dick about revenge are kind of meaningless, aren't they, by the end? Because he just lets him die.
Yeah.
Did he do that to cut Dick a break? I don't know. Was he like, yeah, you can watch him die? That's the best
I get to kill him.
That's the that's the best you're gonna get, mate. You can watch him die after I didn't save him. Which I mean, again, he does that to Ra's al Ghul, doesn't he, at the end of Batman Begins?
Yeah.
Doesn't
That's
bother.
his thing.
Just let us people die.
It's not about killing. It's just about getting them into a situation where you don't save them.
Makes all of Batman's plans unnecessarily elaborate as well. Really. So a nice little thing I noticed actually, because we're pretty much at the end of the movie now.
Yeah.
Tim Burton is the Doctor at Arkham.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, it's Tim Burton. Yeah, I thought that was quite nice. You're not gonna direct it, but you can have a cameo, asshole.
Yeah, I thought I recognised him.
Yeah.
I suppose he's a bit younger then.
It's quite a bit younger.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to check it when I saw it. I thought, oh, that looks like Tim Burton, and then he's not credited. I had to look it up on IMDb.
More final Jim Carrey moment.
Yes.
I'm the Batman!
I'm the Batman! That was
Flappy
that
arms.
was fantastic. That was fantastic.
Then they ride up into the sunset.
They do, and I liked
Shit.
the running in front of the bat signal. That's a cool shot, with them silhouetted, and then
Again, another homage to 60s Batman.
yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It was a good end, a good way of establishing that they're now a team as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that one gig, and because he didn't knock Two-Face out, he's really pissed at him and fired him. You caused a lot of work for me, boy.
You got a bit of the Rust training session.
I was better off
You're
alone.
clear.
Yeah, and then we got credits, and we got the fact that "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal is the sort of closing song.
Yeah.
And as you interestingly pointed out, there's a possibility that song was written for the film, but it's so weird. It's not really a song I would have ever put forward for
Associated with
the
Batman.
ending of a Batman film. It's a great track. Got a lot of
Yeah.
love. Got a lot of love for that track, but really. Don't, because I gotta go sleep at some point.
Maybe I'll help you. Sing you a nice lullaby.
Sing me a lovely,
This is the lullaby.
seal-based
you need.
lullaby. Yeah. So, what do you reckon? Worst, best movie ever, or best, worst movie ever?
We didn't actually start.
We didn't explain the premise, did we? Okay, the premise is, once we've talked about this steaming dung, we decide at the end whether it's the best, worst movie ever, or the worst, best movie ever. And I'm still
If you can wrap your head around.
struggling to wrap my head
Beats.
around that scoring system myself.
Well, it's either I've kind of tried to get it broken down to it's an amazing bad movie or a bad amazing movie.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's it, isn't it? And I would say it's the best, worst movie ever. It's a terrible film, but it does a good job of being terrible.
Like say flashes of brilliance.
Yes.
But overall, just a bit shit.
Just a bit shit. Yeah. Completely agree. There we go. That's a qualified success that we agreed on the first film. Because we're going to disagree at some point.
most
It's
definitely.
probably going to happen.
There was a list. Are
Maybe
we
blood.
just working to the list?
I don't know. We've got a list.
Because there was one or two films I hadn't seen on there.
Oh, yeah.
Was it Secret Window was one?
Oh, Secret Window. Yeah, that's worth,
I've not seen
it's
that.
worth watching.
It'd be nice to get like a fresh perspective rather than a film. I mean, this is a bit going back because it's nostalgia for being a kid. And what
Yeah,
it's like.
yeah, and you're blinded by nostalgia as well.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes it pays off as well. Sometimes you watch things back, like Thunderbirds, man. Have you rewatched any of Thunderbirds?
No.
Like not I'm not talking about the crappy like 2005 kids movie.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the fucking Jerry and
old
Sylvia
school.
Anderson puppet show. It's still gripping, man. Like really, really good.
Yeah.
And that's
Still
something that
pulls you
nostalgia
in.
hasn't killed.
Yeah.
Thundercats, nostalgia has killed Thundercats.
Yeah, there's a few things that nostalgia kills. So,
Most
is it better?
things.
Maybe we could leave on the question. Is it better?
Well, as
to
you
ruin nostalgia but go back for living nostalgia?
living nostalgia, definitely.
even if it is shit.
Yeah. Because on the balance of probability, every time I've watched something back, because I loved it when I was a kid, it's 90% of the time I've ruined it. The only things that haven't ruined it so far, Thunderbirds, the 1986 Transformers movie. That's it. That's it. That's
not a very big list.
It's not a big list,
No.
is it? That's literally everything.
Going back.
But what I wanted to kind of talk about that I found quite interesting is Tim Burton did have a plan for this movie. And it would have featured Billy D. Williams returning as Two-Face, I think. I don't know if this was a plan or if maybe this is just some noob on the internet just talking shit and I believed it because I believe everything I read. But you had the potential for Robin Williams as the Riddler.
Okay.
Now that, I would like to see that.
Yeah.
And I would like to have seen Tim Burton's Batman Forever. Because he wanted Marlon Wayans for Robin in Batman Returns.
Wayans brothers.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So
Robin?
Yeah, for Robin.
Oh.
Yeah. So that would have been interesting.
Would have been a completely different.
It would have been a completely different movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And it would have been dark. It would have been very dark, like
Yeah.
the first two.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking with Robin Williams.
He would have been a very sadistic, very.
Because he has the like wacky.
He's got the wacky thing, and
but
then
he is
can
also
turn on
quite,
the
like,
serious.
a dark,
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
Rude.
He can turn it on when he wants to. You know, the crazy, and I think he would have been quite an interesting choice. And I mean, he lobbied for that part. He lobbied for it even after, Batman Forever. Tim Burton's Batman Forever was scrapped.
Oh right, to come back.
To come back. Yeah, I mean, even when Christopher Nolan was looking to do his third Batman film, I think he actually did say at some point somewhere in some magazine, unverified, that might have just made this up.
Might have just been some guy on the
might have just
internet.
been something I thought one day. That he would have liked to have played the Riddler, and I think it was a bit of an aspiration for him. I don't think he would have done it justice. I think he would have, like you say, it would have been a completely different movie.
Yeah.
But from a continuity standpoint, and just from my personal preferences, I love Jim Carrey, and I love Jim Carrey movies, but I have had enough of him by the end of this movie.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that about Jim Carrey in every movie, that he is that kind of character, aside from, some obvious exceptions,
Then I think I need to go back because I didn't really like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and it's quite critically acclaimed now.
You
time.
should probably rewatch
I
it.
might go back to it.
Yeah.
I think maybe it was just culture shock.
It was very difficult to get your head around. As
Jim
well.
Carrey not being so funny.
Yeah.
It was
Well, I mean-
it was like watching Will Ferrell at the Lego Movie because the end of that was just like, he's serious.
You're not doing it.
My world was crumbling, and I mean it was pretty meta then as well.
Yeah.
I mean, spoilers again for anyone who's not seen the Lego Movie.
It's been out. How long has it been out for?
Yeah.
At least a year. It's 2 weeks. That's the cut-off for spoilers as far as I can say. Alright, we'll give them a month.
Give him
Give them a month. If you've not seen something after a month, then cover your ears.
Fuck you.